In 2020, the CAF inspectors visited Mandela National Stadium in March 2020. That was on the 9th and the 10th of March 2020 to do an assessment on the readiness of sports infrastructure, in particular stadiums in the region and Uganda in particular. That was in preparation for the FIFA World Cup 2022 and the AFCON qualifier matches. So following an assessment of the stadium in terms of its readiness to host these World Cup matches and also the AFCON matches and hosting the national team, the stadium was found not to be up to standard. So following that inspection, they advised that the government of Uganda renovates the stadium to international standards. Upon receipt of this letter from CAF and the local federation, FUFA, the Minister of Education and Sports, the First Lady, Honorable Janet Kataha Seveni, commissioned the Ministry of Works and Transport to undertake an assessment of the requirements for the renovation and upgrade of Mandela so that it is able to host international matches for the national team, and also to engage in particular the high-level competitions like the AFCON qualifier and the World Cup qualifiers. The Ministry of Works undertook an assessment to do these works, and the bills of quantities were prepared. Following this, the Ministry of Defense and Veteran Affairs was contacted to undertake this work. So upon contacting the Ministry of Defense and Veteran Affairs, an MOU was signed between the Ministry of Education and Sports and Mandela National Stadium as the client, and the Ministry of Defense and Veteran Affairs and the UPDF Engineers Brigade as the contractor or the service providers. So in 2022, the marriage or the relationship between the UPDF and Mandela National Stadium was initiated. So on the 1st of August 2022, the UPDF embarked on the renovation of Mandela National Stadium, and the scope was to undertake a full renovation of the facility. This is a facility that was over 33 years old, which necessitated an upgrade. So the UPDF undertook this assignment to fully renovate and upgrade the stadium. The scope of works included refurbishment of the structure itself, the bowl, as you shall see in the recordings, the pitch, the playing area. We have 2 football pitches and the running track, the dressing rooms, the seating area, that is the stands, we call them the stands. The UPDF was supposed to provide seats in the general seating, open stands, the VIP and the VVIP. It also included media facilities where the journalists use for press conference, the media center, and the media tribune where the journalists sit to take stories. It also included the overhaul of the sanitary facilities, the plumbing works, the mechanical works, the electrical works. All these had to be overhauled to bring them to the latest standard that can be used by the users of the stadium. It also involved installing CCTV cameras, which were not existing in the stadium and also at the gates. It included installation of access control gates, which are electronic, so that they can be able to read the people who are accessing the tickets for purposes of crowd control. It involved installation of floodlights. We had an old system which was halogen, and now we have the LED that had to be installed. It also involved the rehabilitation of the gates, the access control, and most important, the construction of a boundary wall. The stadium land, which is about 120 acres, had been prone to encroachers and squatters and land grabbers. So this project also undertook the construction of the boundary wall and eventually the eviction of squatters on the land. So that was the full scope.
I take this opportunity to thank the appointing authorities, especially His Excellency the President of the Republic of Uganda and Commander-in-Chief, for entrusting Engineers Brigade with this big project of Namboole, where people thought it is a story, but now it is a reality. We have come from far. He allowed us to participate in the development of our country through construction, which we've done. It is really a very big milestone in our life. We shall never be the same as Engineers Brigade, because there was a lot of learning, there was a lot of knowledge here. It has been a wonderful process and journey. Where we began from and where we are now, it is a story to tell. We started when people doubted that we cannot make it. We continued. When they saw us gazetting this place, which was a big task, people had encroached on the land, 128 acres. We managed to recover the 128 acres. This is now government land and it is Mandela land. Then we embarked on the real renovation. There are a couple of works we've done here. We have done a lot. The scope included amongst the many is the re-roofing of this stadium, overhaul of mechanical and electrical works, to involve the overhaul of the training pitch and the competition pitch, then the running tracks, total overhaul and doing them, then changing the stadium from analog to a modern one. It is now a smart stadium. We have done a lot, as you can see, public address system. Generally, the way we are now, I can say we are 100% done for phase one works.
For this particular exercise, which we call the documentation exercise, it was guided by the leadership at the Ministry of Defense headquarters, that other than doing the civil works, we also need to document whatever we have been doing and then give it to the public to consume it. They get to know what we do and how we operate. Mandela National Stadium here at Namboole, which has been one of the biggest projects that we have really implemented. And we are happy that it is done, it is functional. So the major function of this documentation exercise is basically to keep documenting all those projects that have been implemented by the UPDF in different locations.
The fact that our neighbors, our friends, many other countries have played from here, they can testify and tell you that this is a good food we have provided. It is a good food on the plate. And really, where we are, I'm so happy. I'm so happy for the team we worked with, engineering's teamwork, for whatever they have done, really to bring this to a success, to remain remembered, and to really put UPDF at another planet. Before even we started engaging ourselves on this project, we had guidelines. These guidelines were given, we had a booklet They are written by FIFA to CAF to FUFA, and it is on the basis that we had to come up with the remodeling exercise, the renovation plans, and the upgrade of Mandela National Stadium, because it was not fit to have any game hosted here. So basing on that, Mama, the Minister of Education and Sports and First Lady, gave a mysterious statement that Namboole Mandela Stadium should be renovated so that really we meet those standards. And she tasked the works people to do the preliminary studies, which were done, and everything came out well. Now, when they told us to come and do, and we hear of CAF coming, it was not a story. For us, we knew what we were doing. Though people outside there, their mindset was saying, we don't know what we are doing. Because somebody can't come to start such a structure when he doesn't know. We had the guidelines. They gave us instruction that a dressing room should be this size, a pitch should be this size, and this should be this size. So it was when we were here and we were beginning, me, I was very sure and confident that we were going to do it and complete this. And in the end, everybody would like it. Only that much of our brothers were much in a hurry. And I think the hurry has come to an end. Let them appreciate and enjoy this.
Now, fast forward, we are at 95% of the project. Most of the work has been done, and as a testimony that the UPDF has done a very good job in refurbishment, renovation and upgrade, the CAF, which is the governing body of football on the continent, has granted Mandela National Stadium permission or an approval to host the World Cup qualifiers. So far we have hosted 2 matches in June. One was against Botswana, one was against Algeria. It also gave us permission to host the AFCON qualifier matches. You may know that Uganda Cranes was playing away from Mandela. We're playing home away from home. But we've been able to host Kenya versus Zimbabwe. We've also hosted Zimbabwe versus Cameroon.
First of all, I can start with the design. There was somebody heading design. Then we had the consultants. Consultants are the Minister of Works. And there was also a leader in that sector. Me, I'm a contractor. I had my leaders. I had the Fund General Bekunda Vesija, my leader, who was at the planning level. And he could also get instructions from the topmost, Fund CDF, the minister. Now, with all those people around, we had to set up a system for running this project. We had a PMT, we had the peak. This peak was for all these other, the PSCs, PS of the Minister of Defense and Veteran Affairs, PS of Minister of Education and Sports, PS of Minister of Works and Transport. All those PSCs were the members of peak. Then PMT, these were now the technocrats supervising this project. They were selected from the Mandela National side. They had their representative, the consultants, the defense. So with all those around and managing, they were answerable to me. I was the coordinator. I had to coordinate, to ensure meetings take on, to listen to people's problems. Now, those which I can handle, I would solve them there and there. Those which I can't, I would push them to the next level. So I managed by listening to people, I managed by forwarding people's concern, and I managed by ensuring meetings are held. Because with the involvement of stakeholders and meetings, problems are expeditiously solved. Because they are decision makers. There and then, things are taken on and the work is really done. So I managed by coordinating very well, planning very well, having planning schedules, and ensuring we look at also the human resource part of it, that people are well catered for, and looking at the cross-cutting issues, employing ladies also to do the work, catering for the people with disability. We had to look into all that and ensure that they are really implemented as it is required. And observing all these reviews from the building side, and also making sure we follow the proper standards of operating these works. Where there is COVID, where there is HIV, all those were addressed so that we bring people to awareness of these diseases. So we did all that. That managed to bring us this level now, and the project was ended successfully.
So that is testimony of the good work, the professional work that has been here. The work that has been done by the Uganda People's Defence Forces Engineers Brigade has been of high level quality. All the works that are specialized, like the pitch construction, has been undertaken by a company, a European company called Cis Pitches, which has reconstructed the 2 pitches. The same company has also renovated the running track to international standard. So the lights that are being installed from Thorn, which is a leading light company. So those are examples to show the quality and the standard. And that has given faith to the world bodies like FIFA, CAF, and the World Athletics Federation. We've also been given green light by the World Rugby. We hosted rugby matches here. So that shows the workmanship, the professionalism that has been exhibited, and that gives confidence to us as Ugandans that really we can do this work ourselves. And it also shows the trust that His Excellency the President, who is also the Commander-in-Chief, has entrusted the UPDF to undertake strategic projects like these, which save a lot of money on part of the country, but most important, they give jobs to the local people. We're also able to develop the local expertise. For example, the company that did the pitches, all the companies that are foreign that have been supplying equipment here, we've had the local content, we've had local people, we've had students from Makerere, we've had young engineers who are trainees, Ministry of Works, even us as a stadium, we've had trainees who are going to take on these works. They've been learning and working with these companies. So on a whole, it's a very good project, a very strategic project, and I have the confidence that if we are to build other stadiums locally in the country, we have the expertise locally that can undertake these projects. So we are very grateful to the UPDF for the work that has been done. We've known them for being very resilient in the field militarily, but when we see this other side of infrastructure development, I think that is a bonus for us as a country. So we believe that as a country, Uganda, these are opportunities to show Ugandans that we can do this work ourselves.
Then when I saw the other countries coming to play from our ground, and the comments from those people really gave me morale to know that what we have done is really good, and I hope and pray that they give us more work similar to that. We shall really execute. We shall not need the NF expatriate. We shall be the experts now. The heart of the game in football is the pitch. That one makes me very proud. Most people might think it is a carpet. This is natural grass. So when I look at such a pitch and I see people running on it, falling, playing, doing all what's necessary, and they go away and they leave the pitch intact, I'm proud of producing such work. Another pride I have for what I feel will go the whole of my life is look at this stadium, look at the heights. We've worked here, we have climbed up, we have done, but we have not registered any catastrophe, death, falling, things are implying we have managed it very well. We have managed it very well. So I'm very, very proud to see that we do the work, we complete without registering catastrophe here. And very many other things make us proud. The running track, the chairs. Now we are proud. People no longer stand or sit on the cement. People have seats. They come here, sit, and enjoy watching the football. So really, it is amazing to see that this has been done by for us Ugandans.
Technicians who have been working along with the contractor, UPDF Engineers Brigade, in electrical, mechanical, plumbing, the pitch, the CCTVs. So we've trained staff locally, trainees freshly graduated. We have diploma holders, we have degree holders who have been working along with the contractor. So one thing for maintenance going forward is having the personnel. Two is equipment. Under this project, we procured equipment. The contractor procured equipment for the pitch maintenance, which we didn't have in the beginning. So there's a full range of mechanical equipment that will be used for maintenance. Above all, we've requested government in the last financial year and this one to provide funding for maintenance, because as a stadium, it's not a cash cow. It's more of a socio-economic entity which really needs to be supported in terms of maintenance. So the funding, we hope that government will provide it. We now have the personnel, so we'll just need the funds to maintain the pitches. We've also planned to maintain, for example, on the pitches, we are still engaging the company that constructed the pitch to give us undertake another 1 to 2 years because of AFCON and CHAN, that they continue maintaining the pitch along with our staff who will be training locally. So we've managed that transfer of knowledge, that we shall have the knowledge transferred from the experts to our local personnel. And once we have the local personnel, then we shall be capable to maintain, unlike in the past where we didn't have the personnel and we didn't have the equipment. So this has been a very good opportunity where government has invested funds, but we've also invested the personnel that are to take on and maintain the facility. Of course, we hope to continue working with the UPDF, even in terms of maintenance where necessary. So they are here to stay with us. I think as a stadium, and in this state that it is, a very enhanced state, first of all, it's going to attract business. And the business we shall attract, we shall be able to meet the salaries. Like I've said before, it's only the maintenance bit, because sports is not well endowed in terms of resources. So the stadium's mandate is to promote sport. So we might not charge sports entities at a commercial rate. However, we should also appreciate or be cognizant that Mandela National Stadium is a multi-purpose facility. So we shall also have non-sporting events like crusades, political events, delegates conferences, but however these will be hosted comfortably once we've bought pitch protection. For example, we require about 21,000 square meters of a pitch protection. Now this pitch protection will allow us to cover the running track. It allows us to cover the playing surface. So once we cover the playing surface and the running track, then we can hold any event. You can have bikes in there, motorbikes, you can have heavy duty trucks, and you can also have 100,000 people seated in the arena for any function. It's a concert, it's a church event, it's a mosque event, it's a political event. So in the next financial year, we hope that we shall be able to put in the aspect of the pitch protection, which we are talking about, that we need as support from government. For example, like I said, we need 21,000 square meters. That's about, it goes for about $2 million worth of shillings. Sorry, dollars. When you translate it to shillings, that could be about 7 billion shillings. So we need to invest in a pitch cover so that we are able to protect the turf and then increase the number of events that we can have.
So it is my request and call on our leadership that they source for us equipments. We need the cranes, especially as we take up the vertical buildings. Cranes must be there. We need the vehicles. We need the machinery. So if they equip us, and with the human resource and capital, we are already there, and they are majority, and they are training and they are recruiting very many. So that one is being solved. And machinery also, I think they sourced some, we have, but we need more. Because now almost everybody, I think, appreciates what we do. So many will yearn for our services, implying they should come in and equip us, machinery, then they empower us to do these other works. in various areas and disciplines. So the challenge, as I've told you, will be these equipments. And if they are brought, we are ready to take on. And then maybe now the diversity, because you know now these works we are doing, at first they have been giving us works in hard to reach areas, like Bundibujo, doing some project in Karenga.
This project has been a showcase for the UPDF to show that you have the capacity to do big projects, better still even construct stadiums. So I would encourage you to have more personnel who are specialists in terms of sports facilities. For example, on the pitches, the running tracks, the other ones like CCTV, I think you already have, but I think you have the capacity. You can enhance the units, buy more equipment, and also increase in terms of personnel, specialist personnel in terms of sports, because we have a lack of sports facilities in the country. We are in dire need, but with this project, it has given the capacity of the brigade to learn more about stadiums. The staff have participated in benchmarking tours to various stadiums across the country and across the continent, as well as seen particular equipment like the pitch, maintenance equipment, the running track, rugby, and so on. So you have the capacity, just enhance it and take on other projects like construction of stadiums across the country.
Yeah, the very big thanks goes to the President, His Excellency the President of the Republic of Uganda, the Commander-in-Chief, and thank you very much for empowering us. Another big thank goes to Mama, the First Lady, and the Minister of Education and Sports. Thank you for the efforts you have put in games and the efforts you have put in these training pitches. Thank you very much for funding and ensuring funds come for this project. It would be a disaster if it was not done. It would be now negativity everywhere if funds had not come and we did this. And I thank my commanders, my leaders, Afande CDF, and all those who really contributed a lot to ensure that they give us the good working environment, for enabling us and giving us a good atmosphere to do this. I'm promising that we are ready to work wherever you send us, and we shall do the needful to produce good work. And my fellow engineers, it is a call upon them. Let us be exemplary, let us work and be committed, patriotic for our country. We can change Uganda ourselves, and we can do it ourselves. Nobody else will come here to build Uganda for us. We shall do it ourselves for God and my country.